1. Trump urges Coca-Cola to swap corn syrup for sugar, what it means for you. 2. Is cane sugar healthier than corn syrup? Experts explain. 3. Trump's impact on high-fructose corn syrup, what you need to know. 1. Trump urges Coca-Cola to swap corn syrup for sugar, what it means for you. The pressure is on, and the future of your favorite sodas could soon look very different, especially if Donald Trump gets his way. In a bold and surprising move, former President Trump has called out high-fructose corn syrup, HFCS, in America's beloved Coca-Cola, publicly claiming he convinced the company to swap this controversial sweetener for cane sugar in its U.S. recipe. While Coca-Cola hasn't confirmed this shakeup just yet, the company recently hinted that new ingredients or innovations are on the horizon, fueling wild speculation among consumers and industry insiders alike. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this the right move for Americans, or just political theatrics? Coca-Cola's latest statement stopped short of confirming Trump's claim, simply expressing gratitude for the attention to their brand and promising to share more information about upcoming product offerings soon. For now, they're staying tight-lipped about any specific changes to U.S. operations or recipes. So what's really at stake here? The implications reach far beyond what's in your soda can. High-fructose corn syrup isn't just a sweetener, it's a giant in the American food system. Here's what you should know before you take your next sip. What are the main criticisms of high-fructose corn syrup? HFCS has long been under fire from nutritionists and health-conscious consumers. Critics argue it may contribute to health problems like obesity and diabetes, sparking debates about its place in our diets. However, some experts say the science isn't quite settled, pointing out similar risks with regular sugar. How big is the HFCS industry in the US? The industry is massive. Billions of dollars and thousands of jobs depend on corn production and the products it fuels, with HFCS topping the list as the most prevalent, inexpensive sweetener in processed foods and beverages. A single policy shift from a giant like Coca-Cola could ripple through farms, factories, and kitchens nationwide. Which foods contain high-fructose corn syrup? The answer might surprise you. It's not just soda. HFCS appears in bread, yogurt, salad dressings, ketchup, cereals, and even some savory snacks. Checking nutrition labels can be a real eye-opener. Why use HFCS instead of cane sugar? It's primarily about cost and logistics. HFCS is remarkably cheap to produce domestically due to abundant US corn, and it's easy to transport and store. Some food scientists also argue it improves product texture and shelf life. But is cheaper always better? Is there a significant difference between sugar and HFCS? Here's the part most people miss. Chemically, HFCS and cane sugar are strikingly similar, both providing glucose and fructose. Still, subtle differences in their composition lead to passionate arguments over their health impact. Some claim HFCS is easier for your body to absorb in excess, while others call this distinction negligible for typical consumers. What's your take? Would Coca-Cola switching sweeteners hurt American agriculture and the food business? This is the issue catching most industry insiders off guard. A brand as influential as Coca-Cola could set a snowball effect in motion, affecting corn farmers, food manufacturers, and even global trade patterns. Is it fair for consumer preference or political pushback to threaten a critical segment of U.S. agriculture? Have your say. Would you support Coca-Cola making the jump from high-fructose corn syrup to cane sugar? Do you think this is a necessary step for public health, or just a political ploy with dangerous economic consequences? Share your opinions and join the debate below. Are you team cane sugar, team corn syrup, or somewhere in between? 2. Is cane sugar healthier than corn syrup? Experts explain. In a bold move that has sparked discussions across the nation, President Trump recently announced that Coca-Cola will switch to cane sugar for its U.S. cola products, moving away from the high-fructose corn syrup that has been the standard sweetener. In a post on social media, he proclaimed the cane sugar version to be just better. But does this change actually translate to a healthier option for consumers? Experts in nutrition are weighing in on this debate, and while there are some distinctions between cane sugar and high-fructose corn syrup, the consensus is clear: excessive consumption of either is detrimental to health. Avery Zenker, a registered dietitian, explained that despite minor differences in their chemical structures and how they are metabolized, both sweeteners can have similar negative health effects when consumed in large quantities, particularly through sugary drinks like soda. Cane sugar is primarily composed of sucrose, which is about 50% glucose and 50% fructose, making it very similar to the sugar we commonly use at home. On the other hand, high-fructose corn syrup typically contains around 55% fructose and 45% glucose. This higher fructose content raises concerns among some health professionals, as it is processed differently in the body. Hope Barkukis, another registered dietitian, pointed out that even a small increase in fructose consumption is linked to serious health issues such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and liver problems. The processing methods for these sweeteners also differ significantly. Adrienne Carthole, a clinical nutrition supervisor, noted that corn syrup is often added to a wide range of processed foods due to its affordability and stability, while cane sugar, although still processed, undergoes less overall processing as it comes directly from the sugar cane plant. Both sweeteners have a high glycemic index, which means they can cause similar spikes in blood sugar levels, and they provide roughly the same caloric content, about 4 calories per gram. Research has shown that their effects on metabolism and cardiovascular health are also quite similar. A comprehensive meta-analysis from 2022 revealed that both high-fructose corn syrup and sucrose have comparable impacts on body weight and composition, including waist size and body mass index, BMI. However, it was noted that high-fructose corn syrup might be associated with higher inflammation levels, which is concerning since inflammation is linked to various metabolic diseases. When it comes to dental health, Dr. Sandeep Sacher, a dentist based in New York, stated that neither sweetener is significantly better than the other regarding the risk of cavities. He emphasized that while their origins and processing methods differ, their effects on oral health are largely the same. It's crucial to recognize that both cane sugar and corn syrup contribute empty calories to our diets. Carthole explained that empty calories provide energy without essential nutrients like proteins, healthy fats, or vitamins. Many Americans consume far more corn syrup than the recommended levels due to its prevalence in food products. The American Heart Association advises limiting added sugar intake to 25 grams, about 6 teaspoons, per day for women and 36 grams, approximately 9 teaspoons, for men. Alarmingly, the average American adult consumes 2 to 3 times this recommended amount daily, with both high-fructose corn syrup and cane sugar categorized as added sugars to be cautious about. Carthole emphasized the importance of moderation, suggesting that these sweeteners should not be part of our daily diet and should be consumed in reasonable portions when they are. Barkukis echoed this sentiment, stressing the need to limit both added sugars and corn syrup in our diets. So, what do you think? Is the switch to cane sugar a step in the right direction, or is it merely a marketing ploy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 3. Trump's impact on high-fructose corn syrup. What you need to know. Imagine a single tweet from a former president sending shockwaves through the food industry, causing stock prices to plummet and sparking a heated debate about the future of sweeteners. That's exactly what happened when Donald Trump announced that Coca-Cola had agreed to replace high-fructose corn syrup with real cane sugar in its U.S. beverages. But here's where it gets controversial. While consumers might cheer for a perceived healthier option, the move could have far-reaching consequences for American farmers, manufacturers, and even global trade. Shares of Archer Daniels Midland, ADM, a leading producer of high-fructose corn syrup, took a hit following Trump's Truth Social post. The company's stock dropped nearly 1% during trading and plunged as much as 6% in pre-market hours. Ingredion, another major ingredient supplier, saw a similar decline, falling 0.6% but dipping as much as 7% before the market opened. This reaction highlights the industry's vulnerability to shifts in consumer preferences and regulatory pressures. Trump's announcement came as ADM was enjoying a strong run, with its stock up about 12% over the past 3 months and a 6% jump in 2025. However, the former president's words seemed to cast a shadow over these gains. In his post, Trump expressed gratitude to Coca-Cola's leadership, stating, "I have been speaking to Coca-Cola about using real cane sugar in Coke in the United States, and they have agreed to do so. This will be a very good move by them, you'll see. It's just better. Asterisk. Coca-Cola, however, was less definitive in its response. While the company appreciated Trump's enthusiasm for its iconic brand, it stopped short of confirming the switch. Asterisk. More details on new innovative offerings within our Coca-Cola product range will be shared soon, asterisk, the company stated, leaving room for interpretation. Meanwhile, Coca-Cola's shares rose nearly 2% on Thursday, continuing their year-to-date climb of over 13%. Asterisk asterisk, and this is the part most people miss, asterisk asterisk, the potential economic fallout. The Corn Refiners Association swiftly issued a warning, arguing that replacing high-fructose corn syrup with cane sugar could cost thousands of American jobs, depress farm income, and increase reliance on foreign sugar imports. Asterisk. Replacing high-fructose corn syrup with cane sugar doesn't make sense, asterisk, said John Bode, the association's president and CEO. Asterisk. President Trump stands for American manufacturing jobs, American farmers, and reducing the trade deficit. This move would undermine all three. Asterisk. The debate over sweeteners isn't new. The Trump administration previously urged food companies to reformulate products, with Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. calling for the removal of asterisk, the worst ingredients asterisk, from food. PepsiCo CEO Ramon Laguarta acknowledged the importance of these discussions, noting that 60% of the company's U.S. beverages already use sugar or no sugar at all. PepsiCo also plans to remove artificial ingredients from its Lay's and Tostitos brands by year-end. However, Laguarta pointed out a critical challenge: the high cost of sugar in the U.S. compared to other parts of the world. Asterisk. Sugar is more expensive in the U.S. than in many parts of the world, so I think there is a conversation with the government probably on how do we make sugar more affordable in the U.S. asterisk, he said. Asterisk. We have choices for the consumer, which, at the end, that's what we as a responsible company need to do in the marketplace. Asterisk. Trump's announcement also sent raw sugar futures soaring, reflecting the potential demand shift. But the question remains, is this shift truly better for consumers, or is it a costly move with limited nutritional benefits? Asterisk asterisk. What do you think? Asterisk asterisk. Is the push for cane sugar a step in the right direction, or does it overlook the broader economic implications? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation that's far from over.